Welcome. If you've ever felt like technology is a club you were not invited into, this video is for you. I'm Kemi Thompson. I've spent over 20 years in tech, in cloud transformation, FinOps consulting, discovery analysis, and program planning, and I've never written a single line of code. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this is possible, and more importantly, how it's possible for you. Here is the belief that stops more people from pursuing tech careers than anything else. The idea that if you cannot write code, you do not belong in tech. It is everywhere, in job adverts, in careers advice, in the way technology is taught. And it is wrong, completely, provably wrong. You see, the technology industry does not run code alone. It runs people who understand business problems and can work alongside the people who code. When an organization runs a large technology program, say for example, cloud migration, digital transformation, or an ERP implementation, they need a whole ecosystem of roles to make it work. Engineers build and configure, but around them, they need people who map the existing landscape, plan the move, manage the cost, write the plan, and run the delivery. These roles are in enormous demand, and none of them require you to write. I want to draw a distinction that changed how I think about technology careers. The difference between tech literacy and tech ability. Tech ability means you can build technology, while tech literacy means you understand it well enough to work with it, talk about it intelligently, and make good decisions about it without needing to build it yourself. Finance director does not need to do the bookkeeping, but they do need enough financial literacy to ask the right questions. That's exactly the same with tech. Let's talk about the opportunity. And I want to start with the numbers because once you see this, it changes how you think about tech completely. First, the UK market. Right now, 82% of jobs in the UK require some sort of digital skills. Not 20%, not 50%, 82%. So this isn't a niche anymore. This is the mainstream job market. And when we look at the bigger picture, the UK digital economy is projected to contribute about £1 trillion. That tells you one thing very clearly. This space is still growing and it's growing fast. Now let's talk about roles because this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people assume tech equals coding. But actually, some of the most valuable roles don't require coding at all. Take FinOps analysts or tech project managers. These roles are paying strong, competitive salaries, and they sit right at the intersection of business and technology. These are not entry-level roles, these are decision-making roles, strategic ones. And if you are thinking, where do I even start? There are entry points as well. For example, discovery analyst. These roles typically range from £45,000 to £75,000 and beyond. They focus on understanding systems, data, environment, not writing code. So, here's the key point. Yes, there's a skills gap, but that gap, it's also an opportunity, and it's not reserved for tech people. People like you and people like me right here, right now. Now, let's zoom out to the US market because this isn't just a UK story, this is global. You see, in the US, about 25% of jobs now require intensive digital skills. That's up from about 9% in 2002. So you think about that shift. In just 2 decades, we've seen nearly a threefold increase. And here is another key insight. Tech roles are growing at twice the rate of overall employment. So if you are asking, where are the jobs going? They're going here. Now, let's talk money. The average salary in digital economy roles in the US is around $122,000. That's nearly double the national average. So this isn't just about availability. This is about your earning potential. And the demand, it's not slowing down. The US alone will need about 323,000 new tech workers every year through 2036. Every single year. So when you put all of this together, here is the real insight. The biggest growth and the highest earning potential sitting in non-tech roles within tech. Not engineering, but roles that connect business, data, and technology. And that's where the opportunity is. Let me make this concrete. You are in a monthly cloud cost review. The bill has gone from £32,000 last month to £42,200 for this month. The CFO asks why. Person without tech literacy goes quiet, while the person with tech literacy asks, we paying on-demand rates for workloads that could be on reserved instances. They're often disks from last month's migration. Which workloads drove the compute increase? Those are not coding questions, the intelligent business questions that require tech literacy. That is all. Building tech literacy is a two-step process. Step one is understanding the concepts, how cloud works, what APIs do, how organizations use data, what cybersecurity means at a business level, not in exhaustive technical detail, but well enough to follow a conversation and contribute meaningfully. Then step two is vocabulary, learning the specific terms that come up in technology environments. There are approximately 289 of them. Most non-technical professionals can define fewer than 30. Closing that gap takes about 23 days of deliberate, structured practice. Before I show you the two resources I built to help you start this journey, I want to tell you what this channel is. Every week, I post a new video covering one aspect of technology careers for non-technical professionals. Cloud concepts, tech role deep dives, real program scenarios, interview preparation, salary intelligence. Subscribe and you will not miss any of it. I have built two resources specifically for non-tech professionals who want to develop tech literacy. The Tech Clarity Visual Pack is a 148-page visual reference guide that explains technology using diagrams, decision trees, and plain English. This guide covers topics such as cloud, APIs, AI, cybersecurity, automation, databases, and so on. This is a guide I wish I had when I was starting my journey into tech. The second resource is called the Tech Vocabulary Bootcamp, and this is a 23-day on-demand program that takes you through the 289 technology terms used in IT workplaces. Each day has a 15 to 20-minute lesson plus worksheets with real scenario practice activities. By the end, you'll be able to walk into any technical meeting and follow the conversation with confidence. Both resources are linked in the description. Also remember, there are two pre-course lessons available for free with the Tech Vocabulary Bootcamp, and they also come with worksheets. I want to show you both of this product. So what I'll do is to scroll through so you can see some of the topics and some of the diagrams and the product. Happy viewing. That's the outline, the definition of technology and what it means to tech professionals. I painted a big picture of what technology is and how systems connect. Go over core fundamentals, which is things around the computer, operating systems. Went over the internet, cloud, websites, emails, networking, APIs, automation, and so on and so forth. Lots of graphics, lots of decision trees to help you with thought process, how things are really is. Product I'll be showing you the boot camp. The next product is the Tech Vocabulary Bootcamp. So this is a boot camp that will help you to really master the language of tech. And it's over 23 days and it's in Each video is about 15 minutes long at most, I believe. It's got loads and loads of worksheets as well to help you with understanding the different terms. And aside that, it's got two pre-course which are free. So you go on there, you can take the free courses just to help you have a feel of how the other 23 days course structured. Each day is 15 minutes long, but if you want, you can take the under 3 days, you can compress your learning and do that between 3 to 7 days if you want. But I do recommend taking it over a long time, the 23 days, because it's got worksheet that will help you to think about every day or each of the lessons. So, and that's why I've structured it that way. Overall, there are about 289 terms that have been covered. You've got different cheat sheets. You've got workplace translation exercises, real scenario practice activities as well. At some point, you've got reflection points as well in terms of your career. Gives you loads and loads of prompts. The way the learning is structured, like I mentioned, you've got a two pre-course, and for week one, you've got everything about technology foundation. That's over 7 days. For week two, we've got things around processes and methodologies, and that's also another 7 days. And for the third week, you've got advanced applications, and this goes a bit more in depth into tech. And the last 2 days are career application module, so that goes over 2 days. For each of the week, also built in weekly review sessions. So you have a recap on day 7 of everything you've learned over the last 6 days. Mention section 1 is the preview or the pre-course section, just for you to helps you to understand how your home network is set up. It gives you, you've got the worksheet as well that helps you to write out what your home network looks like. It's very, very interesting. Tech. So that's free as well. For week 1, which course goes over servers and hosting, cloud computing terms, network and connectivity, storage and databases, security terms, development terms. So all of these also come with worksheet. So you learn a term particular, or every day has got its own worksheet that you go. This is optional, but I do recommend that with the learning process. And here's what we have for the 6 really great topics in tech. For the last week, things that are more advanced will help you with understanding tech at a very great depth. And the last 2 days, as I mentioned, and how you can also accelerate your career. And really, that about this, I do encourage you to take this product. You won't regret spending your time on this. Thank you. Cheers. You do not need to write code to build a successful career in tech. You need to understand it. This is what tech literacy is, and it is completely learnable. The Tech Clarity Visual Pack and the Tech Vocabulary Bootcamp are linked in the description. You can start with whichever feels most relevant to where you are right now. Subscribe for the next video, answering the question that comes up more often than any other from non-technical professionals. What is the cloud and what does it actually mean? See you there.